We're back with Radiohead, minus Jonny, Colin, Phil, Tom, and Ed.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
So, there you go. Shot of the crowd in the window. You guys have this album. It's not the artwork, but it's coming out in stores on June 17th. And OK Computer. So it's a slow-tempoed album, but it's not necessarily easy listening.
No.
There's a lot of sounds in there. There's no 3-minute pop songs. Your first single is a 6.5 epic without a chorus. So we
It's nothing but choruses. It's all choruses. Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Were you trying to push the parameters of pop music in this?
Oh, no.
No?
I hope not. Everyone tried that in the 70s and it went wrong, didn't it?
Fusion.
Yeah. Peter Gabriel was all right when he had the big flower around his head. Not really, no. We had 3 songs, we didn't know what to do them, so we put them into one with Paranoid Android. There was, I don't know, I think it's a pop record. I think it's just, you can't, first listen, it's got a different atmosphere to it.
Yeah, well, what were some of the things that were influencing you that helped in the atmosphere of the album?
Well, the place we recorded at was pretty influential. I mean, we had all the material anyway, but it made the performances really weird. It was quite haunted. It's a haunted house.
Another haunted place.
Haunted
Didn't you
house.
record last time in a haunted place?
Yes.
With the older woman who
That's right.
slept in her room or something like that?
That's
She
right.
had passed away?
She used to play billiards at night as well.
Yeah. And I couldn't look in the mirror. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, in the mirror. Yeah. Well, there you go, you see. I have to find a haunted house every time we do an album so I can not get any sleep and get really freaked out.
So then you weren't constantly like trying to make something different, but it just ended up sounding different in terms of other music that is out in the mainstream.
Just because of what we were listening to, it was different. It was like we had that thing where we were sort of embarrassed to be a guitar band, really. So we were just trying to sort of go down different areas all the time, and the sort of things we were listening to were like classical stuff and soundtracks and not really like, not guitar bands at all. Just bored of guitars.
Yeah, do you think the guitar band sound is pretty much?
It's really it'll always be exciting to plug in a guitar and just go clown, like at the beginning of electioneering on this album, you know. But it's a false sense of worthiness, which has now become a marketing ploy, as you probably know, working in, you know, video music place.
It's a safe formula to rely on. And I don't know, it's like Frank Zappa, I've heard something where he was talking about the death of culture, how everything, popular music regurgitates what's happened in the past, and then how the death of culture comes when that reminiscing and that regurgitation happens faster and faster, so you're regurgitating what happened last week, and then up until yesterday, and then when that point...
I think that's happening now. And I think that actually now it's happened. It's really good because everyone can do what they want. It's just a shame that record companies don't have the foresight or the insight or whatever to just go off and find new stuff. I mean, in Britain at the moment, it seems, I don't know about elsewhere, but it seems that everybody's just going off in random directions. And I think that's really exciting. And we were kind of doing that on each song. It was, okay, which way should we go this time? I don't know, let's go down and try and emulate Miles Davis and get it really, really badly wrong.
And by doing it wrong, you come up with something else, more like your own sound.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Do you feel like you have found a Radiohead sound then?
I think we found one when we did the bends and then we blew it with this one.
So that's up for grabs. That's always a continually changing thing.
It's up for everybody else to rip off now.
Well, the first album, it was more sort of guitar-oriented and more straight ahead rock and roll. With the bends, you had that sort of isolated hypochondriac feel. And in this one, are you feeling lyrically, Tom, that like life is better? Are you feeling, or you're talking about broader things?
I was... You've got him now. That's it. He's off now. With this one, I didn't feel the need to delve deep into my inner psyche, man. Because I've kind of done that, and I thought it would be... There was just nothing interesting to write about down there. The interesting things were the things that whizzing past me at high speed, and the high street, and on trains and everywhere else. It was sort of, everything had this energy about it, and like I was plugged into the mains and I was just feeding off it. You know, standing in shopping malls and just watching people go by, or being in bars and watching people, just being a witness.
Right,
Someone said I was like a witness on this record, and that's my favourite way of putting it now.
Yeah. Yeah, hanging out in the mall, watching people. Okay, we'll be back with Radiohead. We're going to take a look at a video from their last album. This is just Back with Radiohead in a bit.
There's not one male. Oh, there's one.
Red. Their third album, OK Computer, is going to be in stores on June 17th. So OK Computer, are you fellas proponents of technology and computer technology?
It was kind of a fear-based phrase, really.
Is it?
Yeah. It was, we bought all this stuff and we didn't really know how to use it, and we used to walk around the studio going, OK Computer. And like you would if you knew. Yeah, go, and it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that, really.
Do you feel that computers can bring about can bring about a community? Can they bring people closer?
I think that the best thing about computers, as far as I'm concerned, is the email thing, the whole thing on the internet. That's really cool. But I mean, I don't want to spend like 6 hours a day in front of a computer personally. That's not my idea of fun. I'd like to actually go out and have a drink with someone. So.
So it seems like people either really feel like they're being really honest on a computer, like they can really tell their innermost feelings, or they've got a pseudonym that they're totally writing a fictional.
Yeah, well, we had this thing when we were doing the album. We used to go and sit on in the Radiohead chat sites like at 4 in the morning, and we'd constantly be saying no, we are in the band, really, and people never believed you because there'd be 8 other people saying that they were me or something. And it really does your head in after a while. In the end, you give up and just pretend to be somebody else. It's the police. And yes.
Well, it seems like when you dial into the website, the Radiohead website, a lot of bands these days with websites just have really mundane kind of like information about the band. But what you have there is interesting.
No information.
You have little information, tangible information, but what you have is like interesting, like philosophical rants and short stories and excerpts from books you've been reading.
Yeah.
Have you checked out your website?
On the website?
Yeah.
No, wow. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, a lot of it was done at the same time as the record was recorded. Yeah. That's the exciting thing about it. I mean, it was done like in real time with the recording of the album.
So you guys put the information into the computer?
Yeah. Stanley Donwood, the guy who does the artwork with us, he does that as well. But the cool thing is, we just do it when we feel like it, really, rather than... The thing is, what's good about it is that now we've set up a list of other sites that you can go to, and the other sites have all the information that you need, because they know all the lyrics before I do.
Those are sites that other people
create. We were doing the album, and people already had the track listing for it, and we hadn't even recorded the songs. So when we started it, we just thought, well, there's no point in putting anything of any consequence or value on it. We may as well just do it like a dumping ground for all our thoughts. So that's what we do, really.
Yeah, and it was cool to use this technology and computers in such a way that you got lost in the website, because there's all the links all jumbled up.
Yeah.
So there's not like a logical progression, so you can actually lose yourself in the site.
You also have some quotes from writer